right, hi, this is Brent Leary, and I'm sitting with Pam Dierks, who is VP of Dierks Farm, but the better title is actually face of the farm. So Pam, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having us.
So I had a chance to hear a bit of your story because we're here at Icon 2017, and you're up for one of the big awards that's coming out, the Small Business Icon Award for these folks. And maybe you could tell us a little bit about you, your background, and a little bit about the business.
Sure. Well, our farm has actually been in our family since 1881. We actually farm and raise cattle on the same land as what my husband's great-grandfather came over from Germany. And he also raised cattle, so cattle has been raised on this same land. And we raise grass-fed cattle, and we just feel like we raised them the way our ancestors did. We don't give any antibiotics, we feed no grain, with no steroids. It's just completely natural, clean meat. So, and about 2 years ago, we had sat down with our son that was in college, and we had said, Lane, what do you want to do with, what do you want to do with your life? And he said, all I want to do is farm. Well, Mom and Dad, we want our kids happy, and so we really wanted him to farm too. We want the farm to go on. So we went out and we figured it out. We decided that we were already growing grass-fed beef, and people were so interested in knowing where their food comes from and interested in our product because grass-fed beef is very high in omega-3 and 6. It's got great cardiovascular effects, things like that. So we just started marketing direct to the consumer, and it took off like wildfire. I mean, we have an online store that we ship anywhere in the continental U.S., and we use InfusionSoft for our online store, our e-commerce, all of our follow-up emails, all of our opt-in process for our database. It's just pretty well the back end of our whole business.
Now, before you were got to that point, did you have any experience with automation, any experience with online e-commerce?
Well, we also own an advertising agency, so we've owned that for about 22 years. So I did have a marketing background, and that really helped. And that was probably another good thing about making the decision. But one of the best things is when we got into InfusionSoft, we were using it just to the bare minimums, really. And any small business owner knows you're busy, you just don't have time to do everything. So we attended Accelerator, which was a great experience. It set up all of our campaigns. While we were at Accelerator, we were paired with a great partner, certified partner, Daniel from In the Mix Marketing out of San Diego, and he set up a lot of campaigns, started our indoctrination campaign, which we still use now, and launched it while we were there. We got our first order from it before we left, and we got 12 orders on it that week, which was amazing because before we went to Accelerator, our online was pretty non-existent. So, but we set up follow-up campaigns, all kinds of different things, but it just was the turning point for us.
Well, I got a chance to hear you on stage as you were telling a little bit more of your story. Talk a little bit about the campaign you guys ran around the holiday season.
The Black Friday.
The Black Friday, and how that impacted things.
Yeah, well, we started planning our Black Friday out about 6 weeks before. And we started with Facebook ads to add to our database. We upped our database by about 33%. And then we started sending out feeler emails of saying, what would you like to see on sale? And some people would send back, well, we like ribeyes. We like, put your grillers bundle on sale, put your ground beef on sale. It's like that. Well, we took all of those and incorporated those ideas into our sales. And then we sent out a series of emails of saying, it's coming, mark your calendars, go out and enjoy your Thanksgiving with your family, and at 7 o'clock our specials will be live. And we ran those specials all weekend. We didn't do just Black Friday, we ran them all weekend, and then we came back with another complete set of specials on Monday for Cyber Monday and ran those. And our orders were up about 1,000% over the previous week. So, you know, it was very monumental to our farm. It made a big difference in our holiday season and then going into the next year. And it built our database, and we also sold several subscription programs of buyers clubs, which people can subscribe to have an order sent to their house every month. And we still have several of those that are going out every month. We actually haven't had any cancels since that time, so it's just an ongoing income for us.
So how is automation, I mean, it sounds obvious that automation has changed your business, but how much did it change your business, and did it meet expectations, or did it exceed the things that you thought you would be doing with automation from a business perspective?
It exceeded. Even being in marketing, I didn't really realize how much InfusionSoft can do, and I'm actually getting some of my other customers involved in it now. And but it is a huge difference. It's, for years and years I've preached, not one ad, you need a series and all of that. Well, that's exactly the same way with emails. You can't send out one email, you have to have several, it has to have the follow-up and things like that, and that's what InfusionSoft is based on. So it's made a huge difference, and it has helped us reach customers from New York to California. We shipped a whole beef to Texas,
Wow.
I mean, yeah, it's just, it's amazing, really. Here we are, a little family farm in middle of America, and we're getting known from coast to coast. So, and that's all thanks to the internet and InfusionSoft, and to be able to get our name out there.
But it also has a special role because, like you said before, it allowed you to have your sons grow and work in the business and think about how that goes beyond what you're currently doing. Right,
yeah. I mean, it made a difference of, if they were going to work on the farm or work off of the farm, because the way our farm was structured, there was no way that we would have enough income to have them both work with us on the farm. So this made a huge difference. I mean, that's a big problem with farms nowadays of, even surviving, and even if they do survive, the generations move off of the farm. And once they move off the farm, very seldom do they ever come back, and I'm so happy to have my children close to me. I have a new granddaughter, just 4 miles away from me, and is with me every day. That's also thanks to InfusionSoft that I can have her there and still run a successful business. So.
One last question, because you mentioned that you thought at one point this is being so successful that you may run out of beef to sell.
Right.
But now you have to buy more beef, and Larry's been waiting for that new truck for a while. Is Larry going to ever get the new truck?
We hope so. We hope so. He may have to wait a while because we got to fill the land first. Okay. And then who knows, we may buy more land. So,
okay. Sorry, Larry, I was looking out for you. Sorry, man.
Trying.
So where can people learn more about Dierks Farm?
You can just log on to DierksFarms.com. It's DIERKS, farms with an S.com. And that has our story. It has pictures of our family. It has our video. And we have a complete online store, and we can ship anywhere, coast to coast. So, the continental U.S. we can ship. So, and it's all shipped in insulated box with dry ice, and it will be frozen at your door.